They were cold, calculating and utterly ruthless. While woolly beasts roamed the frost-bitten earth, there was another kind of predator lurking beneath the snow. Cold-blooded, camouflaged and utterly ruthless, these were the kings of an ice age you have never heard of. When we think of the ice age, we imagine shaggy mammoths and saber-toothed cats. But what if the real rulers were ancient reptiles? What if some creatures evolved not just to survive the cold, but to thrive in it? This is AI Geo-Wild. In another AI Geo-Wild documentary, the cold-blooded kings of the Ice Age. In South America's glacial shadows and Eurasia's frozen swamps, fossil traces hint at something unbelievable. Cold-blooded creatures, possibly evolved from prehistoric amphibians that thrived in freezing darkness. One such beast was the glacial basilisk. This serpentine predator had translucent scales and antifreeze blood. Another, the frost drake, not a dragon, but a croc-like brute with heat-sensing pits and ice-shattering jaws. AI reconstructions show them slithering beneath the tundra, ambushing prey near frozen lakes. Silent as death, they didn't roar, they didn't run. They waited perfectly still until it was too late. So why did these kings vanish? As the earth warmed, the very cold that preserved them became their executioner. Warmth brought mammals, brought speed, brought fire, and with it the slow, cold-blooded tyrants faded into legend. Or so we thought. Some cultures speak of frost serpents. Others claim ancient dragons frozen in ice caves. Were they just myths or memories? Recent DNA fragments pulled from permafrost suggest lineages we can't explain. Molecular structures with cold-adapted enzymes, not found in mammals or birds. What if nature did create cold-blooded giants for a frozen world, and we simply forgot? AI-enhanced fossil analysis is helping scientists reconstruct what textbooks skipped, and the answers may change everything. With climate collapse, permafrost is melting fast. What sleeps in the ice may not stay buried. Could there be survivors, creatures in cryogenic limbo? The Ice Age was never silent, and maybe it's not over. This is the first episode of our new series about the forgotten history of the Ice Age. Every week I'll take you to places you won't find in textbooks. Join with me. Now let's dive into the frozen past. A land of eternal winter, glaciers carving continents, megafauna roaming a frigid earth. It is easy to think of the Ice Age as one long, harsh winter, but this couldn't be further from the truth. From 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago, the Earth froze and thawed at least 20 times. Each cycle birthing strange beasts and ecosystems we can only dream of today. Imagine the vast Eurasian steppes where woolly mammoths grazed. Here, two worlds collided. To the north swept icy winds carrying creatures straight out of a fairy tale, frost drakes and basilisks. Further south, towering conifers swayed in the breeze, sheltering dinosaurs more akin to crocodiles than to lizards. As the world froze, animals faced a grim choice. Migrate south or adapt and conquer the chilling dark. Many megafauna chose the former, but others stayed put. They changed. Their bodies thickened, fur grew longer, and cold-adapted genes switched on. But this process took time. Generations of animals finally tuned to frigid temperatures. Yet amid this evolutionary arms race, something else happened. Creatures not like any other adapted to an extreme environment. Cold-blooded predators whose ancestors likely evolved from early amphibians. They thrived in the frozen wastelands. Meet the frost drakes. Living in a world of ice required significant changes. Their limbs grew stout for burrowing, and their skulls elongated, forming terrifyingly long snouts. Yet perhaps their most striking adaptation was their heat-sensing pits. Imagine being able to see the heat signature of your prey even through a thick layer of snow. This ability allowed these hunters to detect unsuspecting victims and strike with deadly accuracy. Another group of cold-blooded conquerors were the basilisks. Their translucent scales are thought to have acted like mini solar panels, absorbing precious rays. Meanwhile, special proteins in their blood prevented freezing. It was a remarkable feat. After all, they ruled during the height of the last ice age, around 20,000 years ago. So how do we know all this? We haven't actually found any of these creatures. All we have are fossils and fragmented DNA from animals that lived between 2.6 million and 15,000 years ago. Unfortunately, because they ruled in such ancient times, they left behind few bones. Their remains are rare and often overlooked. But here's the incredible part. Thanks to advancements in technology, scientists are now able to analyze these fragments like never before. Artificial intelligence is helping piece together what traditional methods missed, and the results are astounding. For example, AI-powered scans are revealing anatomical details in ancient skulls, shedding light on their evolution and way of life. It's as if these silent rulers are finally speaking to us across the ages. They're telling stories of an ice age we never knew. The question is, how does it end? Why did these titans fade into oblivion? Why do we only have their echoes in ancient folklore? Around 11,700 years ago, the Earth began a journey out of the Ice Age. Temperatures rose, tundras gave way to meadows and forests, and new predators emerged. Mammals adapted to warmer climates flourished. The small, swift and furry creatures that we associate with today's world came to dominate. But this shift wasn't just about warmth. It was also about change. The end of the Ice Age marked a turning point in Earth's history. New species arose, ecosystems shifted, and life took new forms. It was a world in motion, and the old ways of life began to fade. It seems the cold-blooded kings weren't built for such change. They were creatures of a bygone era, relics of a colder past. Their time had come and gone, leaving behind whispers in the wind and echoes in the ice. Or so we thought. In recent years, DNA analysis has revealed intriguing secrets. Beneath permafrost, scientists are finding genetic fragments from creatures once thought to be extinct. And what they're learning is rewriting history. Fragments of DNA from single cells are revealing the secrets of ancient genomes. They're unveiling stories of creatures that survived long after we thought they were gone. Take the Siberian monster ant, for example. Discovered in 2010, this enigmatic beast seemed like a myth. Yet genetic tests have shown that it belongs to an extinct lineage of mammals. It's a remarkable discovery, suggesting that some creatures may have endured far beyond the dates we've written in our history books. Could there be others? Cold-blooded conquerors who somehow survived the warming world. The idea might seem far-fetched, but science has a way of surprising us. Just consider the famous Lazarus effect, named after the biblical figure who rose from the dead. It refers to the phenomenon where species thought to be extinct make a comeback, sometimes in the most unexpected places. Take the laughing owl, for example. Once thought to have vanished 2,000 years ago, it was rediscovered in 2019, hiding in plain sight in remote caves. Then there's the bramble K. melames, a tiny rodent that was declared extinct in 2019, only to be spotted 2 years later, clinging to existence on a tiny island. These Lazarus moments raise a profound question. Could something similar have occurred for the cold-blooded kings? Did some frost drakes or basilisks find a way to endure, perhaps hiding in the deepest, coldest parts of the Earth? It's a tantalizing possibility. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Scientists have recently stumbled upon evidence that suggests the story of these creatures isn't over. In 2023, researchers in Siberia unearthed fragments of ancient DNA from a previously unknown species of mammal. What's astonishing is that this creature seems to be related to modern-day shrews. But here's the twist. Its genes reveal adaptations typically found in animals active in sub-zero temperatures. It's as if this shrew-like creature was fine-tuned for surviving in an icebox. But that's not all. The story gets even more intricate. The DNA also hints at a connection to a group of animals known as monotremes, which includes egg-laying mammals like the platypus. This unexpected link suggests a fascinating evolutionary journey, challenging our understanding of how life adapted to the extreme conditions of the Ice Age. Could this be the key to unlocking the mysteries of the cold-blooded kings? Maybe. It seems the Ice Age wasn't just a time of woolly mammoths and sabertooth cats. There were other players in this ancient drama, creatures that defied the odds and thrived in the harshest conditions imaginable. Their legacy may live on in the genes of lesser-known animals, waiting for us to uncover their secrets. It's a reminder that our planet's history is filled with wonders that continue to amaze us. And as we venture deeper into the frozen past, we might just find that the true story of the Ice Age is far more captivating than anything we could have imagined. The Ice Age was never silent. And maybe it's not over. These were the cold-blooded kings, and their throne may still be waiting. This has been AI Geowild, where nature meets imagination and the past never truly stays buried. Subscribe for more wild stories reimagined by AI.